fastest heavyweights. He might be the fastest heavyweight in the history of the sport. I don't think anybody moves like that guy does. At a 250-plus pound frame, it's his personality, his like ruthless competitiveness. It's like he's not going to fucking lose. He's going to find a way to get you, and he's going to do it clever. The only guys who's ever beat him was Overeem, and Overeem took him down, beat him up on the ground. And you're like, I got to get this guy down. This guy's knocking everybody dead, and he knocks him out standing.
Joe Rogan just dropped his take on the massive showdown between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall, and he's finally revealed who he thinks will come out on top. Sitting alongside Joe Rogan was Ilia Topuria, who pointed out something big. After taking out Stipe Miocic, Jon Jones looks fully locked in on one goal, knocking out Tom Aspinall. Reflecting on Jones's prep for his last fight, Topuria said he saw a relentless winning mindset in Jon, and it's only gotten scarier.
They showed me a video 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Jon, before the fight with Steve, he was practicing that kick at the day of the fight.
Yes.
And he said something like, "This is the kick. I'm gonna knock him out with this kick." And the guy showed me the video.
That's crazy.
Reflecting on Jon Jones's legendary career and elite fighting skills, Joe Rogan didn't hold back. He called Jon's fight IQ insane. But what really blew his mind? The fact that Jon, despite being in peak physical shape, still partied hard. Rogan even brought up that wild moment when Jon reminded Daniel Cormier, "I beat you even when I was on coke." That, to Rogan, just shows how unreal Jones's talent really is.
Well, Jon's fight IQ is insane. Insane.
Yeah. He's a smart guy.
And did a lot of his career partying, which is even crazier. Like, diminished his body, did coke. Like, one of the things he said to Daniel Cormier, rather, which is one of the coldest things anybody's ever said. He said, "I beat you when I was on coke."
In a surprising twist, Joe shifted the conversation to a different angle of this fight. He confirmed that Jon Jones is laser focused and training harder than ever to dominate Tom Aspinall. But it's not just about legacy. According to Rogan, this fight also offers a massive money-making opportunity for Jones, possibly even bigger than chasing glory alone.
Jon is focused and Jon is in shape and training. He's the greatest of all time. I think he fights Aspinall because I think it's going to be a lot of money. It's glory.
Meanwhile, Rogan didn't hold back when it came to giving Tom Aspinall his due credit. He called Tom a perfect fit for the heavyweight division, with elite grappling, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and serious knockout power. But despite all that, Rogan pointed out one key thing. Tom still hasn't been tested in deep waters, and that he believes could make all the difference.
Aspinall's amazing. He's unbelievable. He's fast as for a heavyweight. He's big. He can grapple, black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got knockout power, but he's never been in deep water, ever. I don't even know if he's gone to a second round.
At the same time, Jon Jones hasn't held back from taking shots at Tom Aspinall. He's openly expressed his frustration, saying Tom's behavior rubs him the wrong way, and he genuinely doesn't like him. Backing Joe Rogan's point about the financial angle, Jon doubled down, saying he doesn't need Tom Aspinall. It's Tom who needs him to make this fight truly matter.
He's annoying to me. And that's my own personal, he annoys me. I get to you guys, you find it entertaining, but I find him annoying. And I just don't like him. And at the end of the day, if I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that you money, honestly. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Or else, my life is perfect without him. I don't need him at all, and he needs me.
Firm in his stance, Jon made it clear Tom Aspinall does nothing for him personally. He says the only reason he's taking this fight is because the fans want to see him pushed. While Jon did give Tom credit for performing impressively at a young age and bringing serious size to the cage, he was quick to add that none of it posed a real threat to him. Not now, not ever.
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me. If you're a person that wants to see me really challenged, then I get it. 7 years younger, like 35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this John's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him.
On the flip side, Tom Aspinall hasn't held back in calling out John Jones. He's accused Jones of conning the public, claiming that John has always been afraid to face him. Tom pointed out how Jones avoided a fight with Francis Ngannou for 5 years, and now he says John is pulling the same move with him.
Is John Jones scared to fight you?
Yes. John is conning the public. The fact that he didn't want to fight Ngannou for 3 years and now he's not wanting to fight me for over a year.
Sending a direct warning to John Jones, Tom made it clear he plans to put John exactly where he thinks he belongs. Responding to John's criticism of his resume, Tom didn't flinch. He said whatever needs to be proven will be settled in the ring. With a calm but confident edge, he invited John to see for himself on fight night, adding that if John shows up at his best, there shouldn't be a problem, but Tom doesn't believe that's going to happen.
I'm going to put him in his place. And if he thinks I don't deserve it, show me that I don't deserve it. Show me. Sweet, mate. If you kick my ass in front of the whole world, I'm happy to put my hand out and go, listen, you're the better man. No problem. You took my dreams away from me, but at least I tried.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan shared his thoughts on the exceptional abilities of Tom Aspinall, praising his unique skill set. Highlighting what sets Tom apart, Rogan pointed out that his greatest asset is his lightning-fast movement, something he believes no one else in the sport possesses. He emphasized that at over 250 pounds, Tom's speed and agility are nothing short of extraordinary.
Aspinall's one of the fastest heavyweights. He might be the fastest heavyweight in the history of the sport. I don't think anybody moves like that guy does. At a 250 plus pound frame, his movement's fucking extraordinary. And that's something you have to deal with. Like, that is a crazy ability. Like, his ability to move, like the way he moves, is so much different than everybody else in the sport. Incredible stand-up, knocks guys out with one punch, black belt in jiu-jitsu, really good wrestler, his everything, and he's young.
Meanwhile, American mixed martial artist Bilal Muhammad recently joined Joe Rogan. Acknowledging Tom Aspinall's impressive speed, Bilal still questioned whether Aspinall's cardio could even carry him past the first round against John Jones. Jumping in, Joe agreed, but took it a step further, calling John Jones the boogeyman of the division. He highlighted Jones's unmatched skill set and his ability to push deep into the later rounds, suggesting that it could be the real problem Tom won't be ready for.
Let me see him pass the first round to see if he has that cardio as well.
It's a bit of a problem for him, right? Because he has not been tested in that way. And, you know, you're getting up to elite status where you're calling out John Jones.
Yeah.
Right? That's the boogeyman. Like, John Jones is the boogeyman, and maybe he hasn't died, but he's probably he's probably knocked on the door a couple of times. Like, what's going on, Death? You in there? You know, John Jones has had some trials and tribulations, but the skill set and the ability to push deep into rounds is nuts.
At the same time, Joe raised some serious concerns on John Jones's current weight. While he admitted it's tough to bet against John in any fight, he pointed out that Jones isn't a true heavyweight. Backing him up was his guest, Derek, who noted that John seems to be carrying some fluffy weight at the moment. Together, they discussed how Jones could tighten things up with a proper diet and by following the right training protocols to maximize his performance in the division.
It's hard to bet against John. It's hard to bet against John, but John's not a real heavyweight. Yeah. John could make light heavyweight, 100%. He weighs 230 right now, maybe a little less than 230. There's no doubt in my mind that if John just changed his diet and went back, he hasn't put that much mass on that you would say 205 is out of reach.
No, it's fluffy weight.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Despite his concerns, Joe Rogan ultimately revealed that his final prediction leans in John Jones's favor. He issued a strong warning, emphasizing the monster fighting style that Jones brings to the cage. Breaking it down, Rogan explained exactly how John could secure the win over Aspinall through relentless pressure, fight IQ, and a level of experience that's nearly unmatched in the sport.
Not just, it's his personality, his like ruthless competitiveness. It's like, he's not going to fucking lose. He's going to find a way to get you. And he's going to do it clever. He's not trying to take a bunch of punishment and to stand and bang. He's not going to point the center of the octagon. Let's go right here. We'll stand right here. Never going to happen with John Jones. You're not getting none of that, son. You're getting knees to the gut. You're getting your knees kicked. You're getting fucking just laced up with elbows where your head's bleeding. He's going to slowly dismantle you and find a way to submit you.
On the other hand, recognizing the edge that Tom Aspinall's background gives him, Bilal Muhammad and Joe Rogan took a moment to reflect on his past performances. Bilal recalled Tom's fight with Sergey Pavlovich, admitting he expected Tom to struggle, but instead, Tom delivered a brutal knockout. Joe Rogan added that while Tom has been dominant and often seen smashing his opponents, he's yet to be truly tested.
The way he just pulled Gon down so easily and choked him out, I was like, bro.
Yeah.
And then Gon looks good his last 2 fights.
Aspinall is like, we've only seen him smash. We've never seen him be the nail.
Nobody ever, right? And I thought
No.
Pavlovich was going to be the one that's like, all right, it's going to be a banger. And then he just puts him to sleep.
And he took Pavlovich's fight with a f***ed up rib. He couldn't even wrestle.
Yeah, short notice too, right?
Sharing his evolving thoughts on how this fight could play out, Joe Rogan made a surprising shift in his stance. Reflecting on Tom Aspinall's explosive performance against Sergey Pavlovich, Rogan acknowledged that there's a real possibility Tom could beat Jon Jones. In fact, he went as far as to say that if things go right for Tom, he could easily knock Jon Jones out.
Can you imagine you going up against Pavlovich, you know the only guys who's ever beat him was Overeem, and Overeem took him down, beat him up on the ground. And you're like, I gotta get this guy down. This guy's knocking everybody dead.
Yeah.
And he knocks him out standing.
Despite acknowledging the possibility of a Tom Aspinall knockout, Joe Rogan reminded everyone that fighting Jon Jones is never easy. He pointed out that Jones thrives in deep waters and predicted that by the 5th round, Jon would be giving Tom a serious challenge. Rogan also agreed with Bilal Muhammad's take that Jones is a master at managing distance, adding that fans should expect to see those trademark side kicks to the knees, a tactic he believes Jon might use to keep Tom off balance throughout the fight.
He's so fast for a heavyweight. But again, you're saying the right thing. Like, what is it like in the 5th round with Jon Jones? Because if you can't steamroll Jon Jones and he starts side kicking your fucking kneecaps, you know?
There's nobody better with distance than Jon.
Agreeing with Joe Rogan's stance, Ilia Topuria also weighed in, pointing out the real threat Tom Aspinall is about to face. Joe reflected on Jon Jones's history of finishing fighters, even those past their prime, and questioned whether Tom would even make it out of the early rounds. Ilia doubled down, emphasizing the kind of challenge Tom could face if the fight reaches the 5th round. He also agreed with Joe's take that Jon's cardio is next level, almost alien-like.
You know, if you're fighting a guy like, imagine if he fought Stipe when Stipe was in his prime, or he fought Kane. You can't have 1-round fights and expect to beat Cain Velasquez in a 5-round war, because the chances are you're not going to catch him in the 1st round. And his cardio is just like an alien.
Ilia Topuria praised Jon Jones's exceptional fight style and knockout power. He noted that if Jones faces a good striker, he'll go for the legs and wear them down early. Joe Rogan added that Jones is ruthless with his strikes, especially targeting the knees without hesitation. Both agreed his unpredictability makes him even more dangerous.
He's special. He is special.
And he has that fight IQ. He's not that type of guy that he walks in and for example, I don't know, Francis Ngannou. You know that he got that one-punch power, but he doesn't have the same level of fight IQ as Jon Jones.
Right.
You know what I mean? With Jon is like, if he feels that you are dangerous in the striking, he's gonna grab your legs, try to maul you a little bit in the ground. Then if you go in the 2nd round with him in the striking, you're gonna be tired.
He also beats the out of your knees. That front leg side kick to the knee, the oblique kick to the knee.
He's a bad guy. He wants to hurt you.
He's trying to you up.
He doesn't care to go with the elbow, with the knee. He wants to hurt you.
Moving on, in a recent candid conversation on Rogan's podcast, former UFC heavyweight Brendan Schaub joined Joe to break down the highly anticipated clash between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall. The two dove deep into the uncertainty surrounding the matchup, especially given Jones's long layoff, his limited activity at heavyweight, and Aspinall's rapid rise with few real tests past the early rounds. That's when Brendan laid out his raw, unfiltered take on the situation.
No one's even gotten close.
There's so many question marks. Like, we don't know how good Jon is.
Right.
You can't tell me Jon's the best of all time, or he is the best GOAT, but you can't tell me he's the baddest heavyweight on the planet after being an older Stipe. That's not going to do it for me.
Right. And that's our deep dive into Joe Rogan's take on the Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall showdown. From knockout predictions to cardio debates, Rogan didn't hold back, and neither should you. If you're loving these fight breakdowns, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the heat. Drop your thoughts below. Do you agree with Rogan? And who do you think is going to take the win? Until next time, stay tuned.